Hey guys, how's it going? So we're out here at Miller Motorsports Park riding Yamaha's 2018 YZF-R1M. Now obviously I'm not talking while I'm riding. Well, I should have been, but we had some AV problems getting the audio to sync up with the camera. So we don't have good quality audio. But I didn't want to let this footage go to waste. Yamaha did some really important changes for 2018 on this R1M. Let's start off with the TFT color display. Well, the actual setup where you adjust the suspension settings, they went to a more logical and straightforward adjustment route. So instead of conventional terms like compression damping adjustment, rebound damping adjustment, the computer now shows brake support. So mid-corner support, acceleration support. And what that does is it kind of changes the nomenclature of the compression damping to what you want. So let's say you want more compression damping on the front when you're during braking. Well, then you want more brake support. Let's say you want less squat when you're on the gas coming out of a corner. Well, in turn, you want a little bit more compression damping out of the rear. It's just a similar setup to what Ducati uses with its new Panigale V4, and it makes the electronics more intuitive and easier to adjust logically by what you want the bike to do while you're riding it. So that's a very key change. Another important change is the Öhlins Ici Suspension. It's been updated. It has 3 more sensor inputs. Yamaha wouldn't elaborate on what those 3 sensor inputs would, but theoretically now the suspension is able to provide more data to the ECU. The ECU crunches the data and it allows more accurate damping adjustment in real time. So what that's going to do is going to give you better ride quality when you're on the gas, when you're on the brakes, when you're going over bumps, and ultimately lead to more control. This Yamaha YZF-R1M, that Öhlins suspension, when it came out in 2015, it really raised the bar of what semi-active suspension should be on a production superbike. And this new 2.0 version, it just continues to offer that exquisite handling. If you're the kind of guy or girl who wants to go to the track, you don't want to monkey with clickers. You just want to ride, have fun, and have a real stable bike that doesn't do anything real crazy. God, this R1M bike is going to be for you. Of course, if you're riding at your favorite track that you know inside and out, and you burn laps there every day, you might be able to need more adjustment than the computer can provide you. The computer's great, and it does things with a level of consistency that no human being can do. But still, man is faster. Man can set up a bike better. So if you need to set up that bike better and you want some fixed damping settings, you can enter those things in via the manual mode. But 8 times out of 10, 9 times out of 10, you're never going to be able to beat the machine. Yamaha has also simplified the riding modes. The A1, A2 are gone, and now they're T1, T2, and then R1 for road. So 3 riding modes. The lexicon is changed a little bit, but same kind of setup for whether you're riding on track, which we are here, or road. Whoops-a-daisy, ran it a little wide there, and that's the thing about the YZF-R1. It makes so much power, it has so much stopping force, it's such a fast motorcycle that you really have to be on your A game when you ride this motorcycle. It takes a lot of focus just because it is so fast. The last big change Yamaha did to the YZF-R1M is the same change it did to the YZF-R1. The QSS quick shifter now has auto blip downshift functionality, and what that means is the computer now elevates RPM and allows you to downshift the motorcycle without using the clutch. All you have to do is press down on the gear shift lever and the bike will seamlessly change gears into the lower gear. Now what this does is it allows the chassis to be more hooked up and allows that little bit of instability that happens when you're blipping the throttle and using the clutch just for a millisecond. That little bit of instability when the rear tire is unloaded just for a fraction of a second, that can cost you grip and ultimately lap times. When you're kind of going at a mellow pace, it doesn't really matter, but when you're going for it and you're cranked over, needing to grab a downshift on the side of the tire, it absolutely makes a difference. You got to have that chassis fully loaded and fully committed. Any little off put of balance will just ruin everything. I remember at our 2015 Moto USA Superbike Smackdown, the Bavarian bike had that feature, and it was very, very useful when you're transitioning at Willow Springs from turn 8 to turn 9. Turn 9, you got to get out of there really quick, and you got to make a downshift to keep the engine on the pipe where it needs to be, and that auto blip really allowed that chassis to have a level of stability at lean that the other bikes just didn't have, and ultimately made it faster and more safe to ride. Another quick change that the Yamaha YZF-R1M share is the Wheelie Control, the LIF. Now, when we first tested that bike in 2015, the Wheelie Control was a little bit aggressive. It did kind of hold your drive back, even in the lowest setting, a little bit. For me, it's not a big deal because I like the security that system gave me. But faster guys who hauled more butt than I would definitely turn that lift control off, because it just ultimately let the bike not accelerate in the full way it needs to. And when you're racing, every little bit of acceleration matters. So Yamaha's updated the mapping on lift level 1. It's given it a little bit more of a aggressive setting, so the front wheel is going to be able to carry a little bit longer. You're still not going to loop out Larry backwards with the system, but it just gives you a little bit more flexibility. Here at Miller Motorsports Park, due to the nature of the track, we didn't really get to use it. You don't really wheelie out of corners like you would at maybe Thunder Hill, but it's nice that Yamaha is paying attention to racers and giving them what they need. And really what the cool thing about this Yamaha YZF-R1M is, this is just a bike that can do no wrong. From the semi-active suspension damping adjustment to that cross-plane engine, like, it just is a bike that really allows you to focus on riding and let the machine do all the work. And regardless if you're a pro or you're an amateur, it doesn't matter what your skill level, because of that cool fun-loving engine and how fun the bike is to ride, you literally feel like you're Valentino Rossi when you're on the thing. It doesn't matter if you're going 30 miles per hour or 130 miles per hour. You just feel like a hero. The way the engine screams and makes that guttural roar, the way the chassis is loaded down with all that mechanical grip, it's just a really fun sport bike to ride. That's not only fun, but it's dang effective at setting fast laps. If you're just looking for the top dog Yamaha sport bike of them all and really want to go fast in a controlled and in an adrenaline-filled way, YZF-R1M all day. It's a fantastic motorcycle. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to check out the rest of the Yamaha R-World bike videos we're going to do. Make sure to watch the Bridgestone Batlax R11 race tire review, some of the BTS video reviews, and leave me a comment. Let me know if you like this stuff or not, and we'll try to get our audio glitches worked out on the next one. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time. Bye.